5 signs you actually hate your job and should quit. If you click this video, you're probably already thinking about quitting and leaving your job. But this is actually a huge decision, especially if you don't have another job lined up, or if you recently just started at your company and you're worried about hurting people's feelings or what it'll look like to other employers. So how do you know if you just had a really bad day or if quitting really is the best move for your career? We'll talk about 5 signs you should actually quit your job, so if you notice any one of these, you can make the right informed decision. If you like this video and find value, please subscribe for more career content. So, sign number 1 that you actually hate your job is if you dread Mondays and are always looking forward to Fridays. You shouldn't need to live for the weekend. We spend almost 60% of our waking hours at work, and sometimes we spend more time at work than we would with our own families. So find a company or job that pays you for something that brings you joy. That way, it's a win-win. The second reason you should quit your job is if your boss or company doesn't support your career. This could be related to promotion opportunities, psychological safety, or internal mobility within your company. If you're curious about other roles or you want to gain new skills, your manager and company should support you. Most people don't stay in the same job forever. Or if you're working hard, exceeding your goals and doing everything right, but still noticing that other people are getting recognized and promoted before you, that's when you need to start having a conversation with your manager. If they don't support you or agree with you, then you need to find a new manager or leave the company. Another way to tell it's time to leave your job is if it's starting to negatively affect your relationships. If you're starting to notice your partner, your children, or your friends starting to get more distant or even complain about how much you work, that's when it's time to reevaluate. Remember, all employees are replaceable, so don't kill yourself over a paycheck at the expense of those that you care about. I've seen this the most in management consulting, investment banking, and other jobs or industries where you work a lot or need to travel consistently. The fourth sign to quit is if you don't agree with your company's ethics. Sure, they pay you well and may have a booming stock price, but this shouldn't be at the cost of your morals. If you don't agree with how your company or your boss treats employees, the environment, or its customers, then it's time to walk away. And the final sign that it's time to quit is if you find yourself wasting time at work. This point was actually brought up by my good friend Nick Durr, who we had on the last episode of our podcast. Nick quit his 6-figure job to be his own boss, and when I asked him when he knew it was time to quit and he was unhappy at work, he had this to say.
What did unhappy at your job look like for you? Because maybe someone is actually in that same scenario, but they just don't recognize that they're actually unhappy. So what did it look like for you?
Yeah, so like on the court, so I was fortunate enough to live maybe like a 2-minute walk from my building. So what I would do is, one, I was wasting a lot of time. This can't go out anywhere. But even, I mean, it's fine. But anyway, lunch would happen at 12. I would actually leave 30 minutes early. So I'd leave at 11:30. I actually go to my apartment. I take a nap for like an hour and a half. Right? Like I was just avoiding work.
I love that clip, and we had a lot of other inspirational and eye-opening moments in that podcast, so if you want to watch the full episode, I'll have that linked down below. Well, now you have 5 surefire signs that you hate your corporate job and it's time to quit. Subscribe if you want more career advice like this, and give us some feedback either with a like or a thumbs down. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.